Man, you gotta tell me the bio, man. And then the beginning. We just established you from Muskogee. That's the hometown. And I spent 5 years down there, man. And Muskogee showed me a lot of love.
Oh yeah, it's love there.
I came from, but I will say this: they did put me through a little bit of a process where they was sort of sizing me up. Like, let me see what this cat is all about.
Oh yeah, that's Muskogee.
Yeah,
that's Muskogee.
And once I was in, I was in.
Yeah, basically it was like I would say like basically you was on some Coach Carter stuff, like the kids wasn't trying to listen and stuff like that.
Nah, it really wasn't the kids. It was a lot of the adults. I was cool.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, it's a lot of hard heads down there.
Yeah, I feel it. But, I respected it because, like, once I got in there, I could tell, like, folks...
You was family now.
Exactly. They're just territorial. Mm-hmm. They don't like what you here for? What are your intentions?
Yeah.
I respect it.
Exactly.
So how was it growing up down there in that area, man? Bring it through your childhood, man, your family life, the home dynamic.
I was an athlete at once, and then I got kicked out of school. I went to Wagner. I got kicked out of Wagner, and then I went to Job Corps. At the Job Corps, I just started falling down the wrong path, doing things I wasn't supposed to do. And then I moved with my grandma, and then, grannies don't play. So she put me back in order and put me back straight. And then after that, I just started working, got my head straight. I had a baby in 2016. I had a little girl named Kalani. But I ain't seen her in like 3 years, so yeah, that's like really my motivation.
Man.
Yeah, so like everything I do, yeah.
You took me through it right there. Okay, so how old are you right now?
I'm 26.
You 26? Okay, so 6 years ago. You 20 when you had her, huh?
Yeah, I was 21. I was 21 because she's 5 now.
Man. Well, you gotta take me through, man. What in the hell got you kicked out of Wagner, man? Are the statute of limitations up?
Class clown.
Yeah.
Not listening, hanging with the wrong people.
Right.
Like, when that era came, when it was just made, when music started popping and, like, Lil Wayne was the main person and everybody wanted to be like Lil Wayne and wanted to act like him, that was me. I was in school talking about, let me lick a lot. You feel me? Like, I was in there writing rhymes, all types of stuff, doing stuff, all the trouble. Like, I was in trouble so much, I used to have teachers have to walk me to class.
Every hour?
Yeah.
Oh.
During lunch, it'd be like a teacher back there sitting in the corner, all that, like, yeah.
And they said, no, we need to keep this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Because I would always just try to be funny, man. It was always like Wagner, it ain't really too many black people, I'm going to say. So it was like the black people that we did have, I just wanted to make it fun for us. Like, we ain't got to be bored and be looking over our shoulder and worry about racism. So we just going to live it up and have fun.
Man, I'm going to tell you what's trippy to me is the fact that you had that outlook right then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So your mind was on the money. Like, okay, I see one of my fellows over here.
Yeah.
We got to make this enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly. I always been a funny person.
Right.
Always. Like, if you ask anybody, I'm like, oh, yeah, that dude funny. He do some of the dumbest things. He just funny. Like,
right.
I don't know what it is. I like Martin. I always watched Martin. Like, when I grew up, it was always Shanae, Shaban Kwee, Tommy with no job, Cole, you feel me? So it was like, I just always seen it funny, so I was like, I'm going to say some of these jokes. And then I say some of them jokes at school, and I ain't know what it meant. And then I say it, and I get in trouble, so I was like, oh, damn. Yeah, I can't watch that episode no more.
Man, watching all kind of stuff we ain't had no business
Exactly.
watching. And I'm guilty.
Exactly.
So it sounds like your trouble was never malicious. You just played too much.
Yeah. I was just what they used to call us class clowns. That's all I was.
All you needed was an audience.
Yeah, exactly. If I get 1-2 laughs, it's over with. The teacher gonna be bad.
Yeah, man, the day is over. The teacher lost control.
Like when the teachers used to ask, do you want to come up here and teach the class? I used to be that smart ass and be like, yeah, what subject you want me to teach? I just be like, just saying smart things.
Now, was this elementary or middle school age right here? Because that sounds real.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, middle school. In high school, and then I got kicked out of high school. So
high school.
Yeah.
Man. So now you said you moved with your grandmother, but you weren't with her in the beginning, right?
No, I was with my mom and daddy.
Mom and daddy, man. Listen, did they finally say, "Yo, we done had enough of this, boy. We gotta try something else"?
Yeah.
That's how that went.
Yeah.
Golly, man. What were them interventions like before?
Because they knew I would listen to her. Like I'm a granny's boy, so whatever she say, I'm gonna be like, yes, ma'am. She come get me. Like one time I was 6. It was like 6 or 7. My daddy told me. He's like, I was washing off in the shower, and they told me my grandma was coming. I got soap in my eye because I was excited to hurry up and get out the shower and wash my body off because I knew she was coming. So it was like I was always a grandma's boy. So when they told me I was going with my grandma, I'm like, okay, all right, that's what you act like you said to me. Like you said to be the hell or something. Like, okay,
this a win, right?
Yeah.
Now, is this your dad's mom or your mom?
Yeah, my daddy's mama.
That's what's up, man. So when you got there, did things change immediately or it took a minute?
Oh, yeah, it changed. Me trying to be on the phone, me trying to talk up all night and watch things I couldn't watch. Nah, I grew up watching Gunsmoke.
Ooh, that's legendary.
Gunsmoke, MASH, and all that, for real.
Man, I used to turn away from them shows after my show went on.
Believe me, I did too, but Big Papa would, we're going to sit here and watch this. She'll go in there and cook something. We got to sit there and watch it.
Yeah.
Of me.
Did you end up, did you take a liking to it after a while?
Oh, yeah. Every time it would come on, it would be like, I know it come on at 1:30 some days. It depends on what channel it's on.
Right.
And I go in there and turn it on before my grandma get home. I'm sitting there with my feet up just chilling. And she talking about what I missed today. And I tell her everything.
Oh, yeah, y'all tight.
Yeah,
y'all
literally.
Now, was it just you? You got any siblings?
I got a little brother, but he was more like my mom and daddy's side. He was the athlete. He won 2 championship rings in Wagner. When they went on that little run, the one at Clinton, I think the one against, don't get me wrong, I think it's Douglas, but I don't want to.
We talking football?
Football.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So he knew where his bread was.
Yeah. They was mainly focused on him because he was getting letters and stuff, and I was the class clown, like
making shit different.
Yeah, so it was like, take his ass, it's grandma's.
I feel it, man. Golly. So she got you right. Mm-hmm. And what age are you now, or what grade I should say?
If what? Oh, that I was with my grandma.
Yeah.
I think it was the beginning of freshman or sophomore year.
Okay, so
it was like 9th to 10th.
Relatively early.
Yeah.
All right. So did you pretty much walk straight?
Oh no, I got kicked out of Muskogee High School a week in a day.
What? Now how that happened, man? I need to know.
Some came back to me. A girl was talking about my cousin, and my cousin passed. And I'm like, you feel me? I'm in that mind frame. I'm still in that young, dumb generation. So I'm like, all right, where's she at? So we go to the gym. I make a scene, call her all out her name. I apologize to her still, but at that time and that age, I didn't think about that. I just went there and was like, oh, you little dumb up. You said that. Teacher came in there and was like, we don't tolerate that here. Sent me the maps. I went to maps for about like 6-7 months. Then got kicked out of there. Then my grandma was like, yeah, I'm taking your ass somewhere else. And she was like, I'm sending you to Guthrie Job Corps. I went there first and got my culinary arts license. And then I went to Indiana between Lawton and Altus. It's like a little
way west.
Yeah, that's where she wanted to send me, was way, way, way. Like, it was a wildlife refuge. I used to wake up to buffaloes, scorpions, elks. Like, how they say it? I ain't gonna say carve the elk, but you know what I mean? Like,
I do know what you mean. That's the only word I know.
Skin an elk. Skin it. Skin it. Damn. We had to walk up the hill, tied up, put it with the little rubber band. Not the rubber bands, the little ropes tied up and put it on our backs and walk down the hill. And it was heavy. That's some weight.
Yeah, no,
for real.
Oh, man, you went and got some lessons, didn't you? Now was this a year-round deal or was it seasonal?
First it was when I went to Guthrie, it was just supposed to be seasonal because she wanted me to do something and go get a trade, and I ain't had no high school diploma, so she was like, just go do that. So I did that. I didn't get my high school diploma though. I got my trade, but then the system, the what do you want to call it? The operation or whatever, like the whole thing shut down for a minute because they was going into investigation and money was getting stolen. So I had to go back home for a minute, and then that's when she found Indiana. And I went to Indiana, got my GED, played on the basketball team, stuff like that. And then they tried to send me to Utah, but I can't leave my grandma.
Yeah.
I can't leave my grandma.
Man, shout out to grandma, man. She
everybody know, I'm telling you.
Try to get you on track and keep you there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Literally.
Now, whenever you came back to the crib, for that little, how long were you back home? You said it was brief though.
Yeah, it was probably like a month and a half.
Man, how was it being back, man? Did you feel?
I really didn't even take it in. I was just chilling with my grandma.
Straight up.
Cause like when I was there, I would call her all the time. Like, you watching Gunsmoke? I'm sitting here watching this, eating noodles. What you watching? You know, just conversating with her because I ain't really had nobody to talk to at the time because I was hard-headed. Nobody wanted to be around me. So my grandma always showed me love. So when she did it, I was just there all the time.
Man, when you going through that and because right now you're able to admit that you were being an ass.
Yeah.
But that usually comes when you come of age. Did you know even at that point, like, I'm real difficult to deal with right now, man?
And sometimes, or my mama used to shut the door and she didn't talk to me.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like days, she'd be like, I'm still not talking to you. I'd be like, damn, I fucked up. Like, that one must have really hurt you, or like I'm just doing extra or something. You feel me? So then I just calmed down a little once I seen that. So then that's when I went to my granny's. Then like right now, she texts me every day. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you came. I'm glad I ain't gotta get calls in the middle of the night talking about you did this, you did that. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, moving with my grandma was the best day.
Man, and them parents and them grandparents, they really do be worried about
man.
In ways we could never imagine.
Man, literally.
Unless you got a little one, because I don't. You know what I mean? But you do, though.
Yeah.
Man, what in the hell got you kicked out of MAPS, man? The alternative school, for those who don't know about, the landscape down there in Muskogee, Oklahoma, MAPS is
you got to be bad to get kicked out of there. I think it was... But
you said you were sitting tight for about 7 months, so that means you were...
Somebody said something. I'm telling you, it's just if somebody say something the wrong way to me and I take it the wrong way, I'm bipolar, so I just snap. Like, damn, you for real? You just going to say that to me? So I think we was playing basketball. If I could remember, we was playing basketball, me and my cousin Scholar, and we was playing against 2 other dudes. And the dude fouled my cousin Scholar, and then when he failed, he was like, "You bitch!" So I threw the basketball at him, and they don't do no tolerating none of that. So they was like, "Yeah, we gotta let you go."
Man,
on me.
And that was as far as it went. Just like I hit with the ball.
I wasn't gonna let it go no further because I know it's basketball, it's competition. Yeah. But at the same time, you ain't have to do all that.
Yeah, and that's a different type of language too.
Yeah.
You call somebody that as a man.
As a man,
that mean you want to do something to me. Like,
exactly.
You got to show me now.
I don't know who you think I am.
Man, that's wow. But you went up there and this dude doing manual labor. Mm-hmm. But when you said you got your culinary arts license, man, that's interesting to me. That's something they made you do, or that's something that you chose to do?
Nah, I don't know if you know, but when you go to Job Corps, you get your classes. They give you your transcript. They get to see like what grade you in and what's the highest class, what class you in, and then they give you a trade book. You can do culinary arts, plumbing, electric, CNA. I don't know what the other one is, but I know it's 4 or 5 of them. You can do either one of them.
Right.
And I know I always eat. So and then I ain't gonna lie, I always used to see the people with the white fancy plates and the little drizzle of the sauce and stuff. I'm like, hey man, let me try that. Oh God.
You got nice with it?
Yeah. I'm cold with it. I'm cold.
So you
I can't make no like $7,500 plate, but pork chops, chicken, and macaroni and cheese, stuff like that. Oh yeah. Baked chicken, all that. I get down.
Now what's your favorite meal to consume? Like you not preparing, but you getting ready to eat. And let's say Shorty say, hey, babe, what you want to eat? What's your go-to meal you want to come up with off the dome?
That's hard. Yeah, probably tacos. I love tacos.
Straight up.
I love tacos. You can't go wrong with them. 3 fried beans, tacos, rice, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. I love that. when it comes to what you whipping it up, what's your go-to meal that you say is your strongest?
Probably like mashed potatoes, baked chicken, green beans, either like cornbread or toast.
Oh, yeah, I'm with that. All day. You know what I mean? It's nice and lean, but it's enough to where it's going to stick.
Exactly.
I feel that. Man, so, like, when you're going through all this stuff, you can't help but gain some perspective. Mm-hmm. So, how'd you get out of the Job Corps phase, right? And you went to Indiana, right? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Indiana.
Okay, what was that experience like? Because I'm not familiar with that.
Wildlife refuge, that's all I'm going to say. That's what woke me up to what everything else around besides Muskogee that I ain't seen is crazy. Like, I literally woke up and it was a buffalo. Like, I'd probably say it's a buffalo from me to that TC stand. I mean, to that CC sign. And you can't touch them. You can't do nothing. Like, you get a felony charge if you kill an animal out there. Like, if you kill a little, what can I say? Like a little scorpion. If you got a scorpion in the bed with you and you kill it, you going to jail.
Really?
Yeah, it was a federal, not a federal system, but a federal grounds.
All right.
Like the wildlife refuge was a little federal grounds. Like it was all types of animals. At nighttime, you hear coyotes, you hear all types of things, bro.
And these are animals and insects that can do something to you if you don't do nothing to them.
I didn't know nothing about buffaloes until one day we went to a trip, and they got a buffalo museum down there. I think it's in Laudna, Altus.
Right?
Yeah, and we went there. I seen how fast they move, how quick they turn, all that. I didn't know nothing about them. I was like, and I tried to run from them. I was going to think about running from them.
Yeah, no. It wouldn't.
It wouldn't have worked like that.
It wouldn't have worked. But it's like, man, if it go down, it's like, yo, I got to give myself a
I told them, if I see a scorpion in the bed or anything with me, bro, I'm just going to take my charge because I'm not getting bit.
No.
I can't get bit.
That'll end your life.
Exactly.
Golly, so did you ever have one of those happen? Like, Sam, there's a scorpion right here?
Nah, I seen a little one, though. It was like a little black and red one with the little tail. I seen one, but I ain't never really just want to walk up on it.
No.
I don't do spot. Yeah, I don't do them. Long as I see it walking and I know that's what it is, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Leave it alone. It's gone by.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know what? It sounds like you grew up as an outdoor kid to some degree.
Oh yeah.
Right? That was me for real too. Doing all kind of stuff I ain't had no business doing. You know, playing in the dirt. There ain't nothing to see a dog. Ain't nothing to see a rabbit. Ain't nothing to see a squirrel. So was that fascinating to you?
Yeah.
Around, or was it scary?
Yeah, it was. I liked it because it was different, and I can be outside. I ain't gotta be cooped up in the house. I can just go look at things and adventure things and do things for myself, like skinning an elk. I ain't never skinned an elk. So when they gave me the knife and they was like, all you gotta do is just hold this part up and just skin down. And the skin came off. I ain't gonna lie. I swear if I had one of my friends' numbers from Job Corps, I cut the eye out of the elk and I was going back around campus with the elk eye and I got in trouble. See, like little childish thing. That's
this dude.
Yeah.
So you had a strong stomach then?
Yeah.
Oh, so it didn't bug you out at all?
Nah.
Just skinning.
I ain't gonna lie, my favorite show is Dexter. If you ever seen Dexter, yeah. I'm yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Boy said, I'm gonna take the eyeball out. We're gonna walk around with this something.
Yeah, they used to get mad at me. The teacher was like, you know you're gonna get in trouble for that. And then I did get in trouble one day. I was like, I ain't never did it before. I just wanted to see what it was gonna do.
Man, listen. Yeah. Only way to find out is to find out.
Exactly.
I respect that. All right. So after the Indiana experience, what year was it at that point when it was time to move on to the next chapter?
I ain't even gonna lie. It was probably like 2014. Had to be somewhere like that.
That's hard to believe. That's 7 years ago.
I think it was like, hold on, what is?
Yeah, we 21 right
now. Nah, it had to be way later than that then. It was like 2011 then, 2012 type.
Man. Okay, so when you shake up out of that, what happens next? Where you go from there?
I came a trash man in Muskogee with my brother.
All right.
And then after that, I was back and forth from here to Tulsa. One night I went to the club. My baby mama found her, had a baby with her. I was with her back and forth from Muskogee to Arkansas for like 2 years straight. And then after a while, well, that subject I can't talk on because that's a touchy one. But after like something happened, I was like, I don't know if I'm ever see my baby again. And then next thing you know, she just took off with it. And I ain't never, I had to make a fake Facebook page just to see my baby. Literally.
Man.
Like my grandma can't see her, my mama and daddy can't see her, my grandma on my mama's side can't see her, nobody. We just all hope that we get pictures and a call one day. That's it.
Yeah, man, that's a harsh reality to think that, you know, it can get like that sometimes. And sometimes you got to let them grow up and age into it.
Yeah, and then wonder what they going to come back and ask you. That's all I'm wondering, like.
And you can imagine.
Questions, yeah.
And she'd be a little resentful or whatever. So I've been told, because I ain't got no kids. I'm just speaking from other people.
Yeah.
But, you know, so after that phase, back and forth, Muskogee, Arkansas, once that situation happens, and your daughter is sort of out of the picture, and you having to figure things out on your own now, what's next, man?
I just went to grind mode.
Grind mode, all about making
all
money.
About money.
Getting that money.
That's all I seen was money, because I ain't have my daughter, so I'm like, when she come back, I ain't gonna let her just get the answer no out my mouth. So she want, Daddy, I want this. All right, come on. Daddy, I want this. Come on. Daddy, I want to go here. Come on. Like, I was saving up, I ain't gonna lie, I was saving up to try to take her to Disneyland. And you know, like Disneyland, that's money. So it was like, I'm telling you, I was on the grind. I was saving anything and everything, trying to call her every day, trying to text her, just trying to get in her lifestyle. But Mama just took it from me.
Were you living with your grandmother this time though?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I was back and forth. I ain't gonna lie. I was back and forth with my cousin and my sister.
Okay.
They go together. Not like real blood. But I call her my sister because she go with my cousin.
I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Black love.
Yeah,
Black love.
literally.
Good deal.
Literally.
So the reason why I asked that is because I know that probably when you ain't got a whole lot of overhead, of course you can stack even more.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that nest egg is growing.
Yeah, that's how I was looking at it sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, like I ain't got diapers and wipes to buy right now. I ain't got shoes and clothes to buy right now. So I'm gonna save it up. So when I do go get something, like I was saving so much, I went and bought me a car. I even drove to Arkansas to even her old sister house in my car. No insurance, no ID, no nothing.
Ooh,
just trying to see my baby. I didn't care what it took. I was just trying to see my baby. Then I went there, they didn't answer the door. So I was like, man, it's just back to grandma. I can't just keep giving up. You feel me? Like, yeah.
How'd you keep your mind right in order to keep from just going off and getting out of character and making matters worse for yourself?
My mama, my daddy, and my grandma.
Talk you through it.
They told me, you just know you got somebody out there that love you more than we love you right now. So I was like, all right, you say it like that, then you know what I mean? I know it is somebody else in this world that love me. So
That's facts, man. Would you say along the way, you started listening to your mom and dad more?
oh, yeah. They'll tell you that now. They'll tell you it took you a long time to listen. You was a hard head. Like they still tell me that to this day. Like me and my daddy was texting the other day. He said, "Boy, you a hard head." I said, "You think I don't know this? You've been telling me this all my life." He said, "Well, at least you know now." So yeah.
And do you see where you get your shit from how your parents are? But like, okay, I know what this trait I get from her. This trait I got from him.
Yeah, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, but sometimes it's a mixture because I see both of them when I do certain things. Like if I get an attitude, I can have an attitude like my mama or my daddy.
Right.
Like if I'm not in the mood or if I'm hungry, I act like my mama. Like I'm ready to eat. I don't care what you're talking about. Yeah. Like the heat, I'm acting like my mama because I don't want to be in this heat.
Right.
That's how she is. My daddy, he'll go outside like we was always outside in the heat. But when you get older, it ain't the same like you was playing when you was a kid.
My tolerance is different. Yeah, really. But listen, of course, you reached out to me on the web, and man, I had actually been peeping some of your movements even before we started exchanging some dialogue. And you got your brand.
Oh yeah.
Silence Kills.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about it, man, because there's so much. I mean, of course, I see the pictures and everything. But I haven't seen enough to know exactly what I'm looking at. But I love that because that makes it to where that title makes even more sense. You know what I'm saying? Break that down for me. How did it come about? When, where, why, how?
Well, really, that's my third clothing brand. My wife had a TNA Lexi's Trays and Things, Talented and Ambitious. That's what the TNA stand for. So she was doing when, I don't know, it was like when the little weed trays was going around and they was doing customs and pictures and all that. Absolutely. She was doing that, the trays. She was doing budget books. She was doing eyelash bundles. She was doing it. She was doing it. So I was like, all right, you got this. So I'm gonna just start a clothing brand. So I came up with a TNA logo, sold some shirts, seen how it did. I stepped back for a minute, but then I came back with Empire Clothing, and then I had 3 logos for that, and it went crazy. And then one night, me and my wife was laying down watching Martin. Like I said, I always watch Martin. So we was laying down watching Martin, and she got a call, and it was her cousin. Her cousin husband killed himself in a room, like on some suicide, just because they was arguing and she wasn't listening to him. And like when you drunk and you arguing with your spouse,
right?
It's different than arguing with somebody else. So he killed himself in the room with a shotgun, and then it just clicked to me. When I was in Wagner, I lost a friend to suicide. And then when I was at Job Corps, I lost a friend to suicide. And doing at Job Corps really hit me and made me think about what I'm going to do. Because he was struggling at the time. His mama didn't give him nothing. He ain't had no food, nothing. So my grandma, I'm a grandma's boy, so she give me food stamps. She'll come up there and give me food stamps. She'll drive an hour and a half just to come get me to go to the store. So I was like, bro, write down the list. I'm going to go get you this. I'm going to get you this. So when I come back, you good. I come back, I don't know, but you can leave 24 hours with your parents and you can come back. So I left 24 hours with my grandma and we was just chilling in the room. I'm just catching up, watching Gunsmoke with and all that. I go back, it's 4 ambulances outside. I'm just thinking it's normal. Somebody got bit by a scorpion, somebody playing with something they ain't got no business with. I go back in the dorm and the dude down the hall was like, bro, you ain't hear about Sean? I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, Terrence Sean. I'm like, bro, I know who you talking about. He was like, yeah, he hung himself. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I think a bag of food right here. What you mean? He's like, bro, go in the room. I walked in the room, but we can't walk in the room because that type of investigation they want to say. Yeah. So I peeked around and I seen it. I was like, whoa. I was like, why? And he was like, because his mama didn't send him no money, bro. He ain't had nothing. I'm like, bro, I just told him. You know what I mean? I got a bag of food right here. So when I heard what my wife's cousin did, the husband, it just clicked to me. I was like, baby, silence kills. And she was like, what the fuck you talking about? That ain't no Martin episode. I'm like, I know, crazy, but a clothing brand, silence kills. She was like, what it stand for? I was like, we got to end the silence. You got to kill the silence. You can't just be silent no more. If somebody talking to you, you got to at least sit there and talk to them. It might not be somebody in your family that care, but it might be somebody outside your family that care. Your best friend, your cousin, you know what I mean? You might feel comfortable talking to him more than you feel comfortable talking to your father or something like that. I don't know. I'm just giving an example.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, talk to somebody. You ain't always got to hold it in because when you hold it in, it's always a bad result. You do things you don't want to do. I know multiple people that try to commit suicide. They just ain't never went through it because I'm gonna say they didn't want to do it, but they had that thing in their mind. They had that little thought in their mind like, I don't want to be here no more. But you can't talk to nobody and tell nobody that. Like, I'm always open ears. Like, I got cousins, brothers, all that just call me for no reason. Like, bro, she did this today. Like, we sit on the phone for 2-3 hours and just talk. That's it, because that's what you need somebody to vent to. So that's where Silent Skills came from.
Man, that's deep. That's deep to the mud.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't know where you were gonna take me, but that's heavy.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Cause on some male ego type shit, if for no other reason, we don't feel like being vulnerable ain't cool.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or doing anything or saying anything.
We feel like we're too manly to just speak up for ourselves.
Yeah, and really there ain't nothing but ego.
Exactly.
Who gonna look at you like, man?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm the type of person, I don't care about judgment. Right. I don't care if anybody judges me. Like, my mama always said, she was like, son, you came in this world by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. So don't worry about what nobody tell you. They can't judge you. I mean, they can judge you, but they can't judge you. They reading the book by its cover. So just let them keep reading until they get to the end of the story. Yeah, so that's what I just kept doing.
And we get to write that story.
Man, you hear, that's the thing. We writing a story while they sitting there zooming and looking from the outside in while we writing our own story. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like my brand, because, like, since I made it been people that come out and talk to me. Like, I got a sign. I ain't gonna say I got a sign, but I'm teaming up with a suicidal awareness in September to go, like, the Boys and Girls Clubs to talk to them about suicidal, talk about changing your life. You ain't gotta listen to all this rap music. You ain't gotta be no nerd just because you got A's. Because back then, I didn't know nothing about grades. Like I said, I was a class clown. I ain't know what grades was going to get me to this day. I was just...
But you probably wasn't a dummy, though.
No, I wasn't no dummy. Mm-hmm. No, never that. I just wasn't no straight A student. Gotcha. I was a C and D student.
Yeah. You didn't apply yourself, huh?
Yeah, I didn't. I was childish. I was a class clown. So, I can say that because I know what my mistakes was. Most people can't. So, that's why I'm trying to give people opportunity to just come out, like, it ain't even got to be a mistake. Just come out with what you want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Like, it's always somebody that's going to live. Like, how people, like... How can I say this? Like abusers, like drug abusers, you see how they got AA meetings.
Yeah, they got a community.
Yeah. Why not suicide got a community? I mean, they got some places they can go talk to, but like our culture, who can we go talk to?
Yeah, that's a good point. Because especially, and a lot of times it's already touchy, we may not look outside our own bubble to try to find those resources.
Exactly.
Sometimes we got to push the issue.
Exactly.
Like I believe you're doing. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing that I learned, through teaching and coaching is like on a lesser level, kids don't always know what you expect them to know at this point. Even though they're of age, you think they should know this, but maybe they don't. So now we got to go meet them where they are.
But with that too, you got to think your kids got TikTok nowadays. They got Snapchat. They got all this and that. So things we think they don't know, they know. They know. Like.
They done seen it.
Like my little cousin the other day, she came up to me. She sung one of them songs on TikTok and said something. Wait a minute, little girl, how you know this? Right. She went to TikTok, got to scrolling. I'm like, see, we ain't never had TikTok, no tablets when I was growing up. We had to go outside and be back before the street lights come on.
That's a fact. And see, I try to cut these kids some slack too based on that, because had we had all of this back then, maybe we'd have been a little different.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I don't want to kill them too much. You know what I mean? But it's like, that charity starts at the crib.
Man.
When you got that foundation, I ain't going to say it's 100 proof, because there's always a chance that you could go left even when you had a good upbringing. But I like your chances a lot better whenever you got that foundation at the crib. So when you presented that Silence Kills idea to your wife, did she receive it right away? And she was like, yo, I like that.
She was like, I like it, but she didn't know what type of logo I was going to have. So I asked my friend, the Trickster's Design, I'm like, make me a Silence Kills design. He was like, you don't care what it look like? I'm like, no, just let me see what you do. So he sent me 2 of them. And I ain't gonna lie, the one that Silence Kills now I didn't like. Like, it wasn't my first option.
I feel you.
The second one he sent me was really the one I liked, because it was more, how can I say? It was more like a person, not the skeleton head. Like, I'm cool with what I got. Like, believe me, I like my brand. But if I had to choose between if I could do both of them, that's what me and my wife was arguing about. Like, I can't do both of them. She was like, no, just pick one. So I let her pick, and that's what she picked. Yeah, and the one she picked really going crazy right now. So I was like,
you picking up a lot of traction on that thing.
Man.
Now I see you got them almost in like an athletic uniform style because you got the number 10 on there almost. What's the 10 represent?
That's my grandma street. I take that wherever I go. 10th and Court.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I know. I could go right to that area right now.
Yeah, right down the street. Well, Central Meat Market used to be there, but it ain't there no more. Right down the street from the mall. That's where I was raised. That's where people know me from.
Now, I know you've been cleaning up out here. You've been doing your fair share of podcasts here lately. But have you been able to put the description of what it's all about on any of your social platforms, or you just putting all your gems in the podcast, man? Because I love everything you just told me, and people need to know this, what you're saying. Yeah,
I was thinking about it because I gotta do a website anyway. So I was thinking about doing like a whole new Facebook page, like Snapchat and Twitter page. But look, in the bio, not Twitter, Instagram, but do like the bio and explain what it means in the bio. But bio only lets you do like 200 words or something like that. Yeah. So I gotta sim it up short. Like I tried it before, but it when I simmed it up, it really didn't come out like how I explain it better in person. That's why I always do podcasts. I always do things like that.
Man, and I should do it. And what I'm gonna tell you, another thing that I appreciate about you is that usually the way things normally go is whoever got the platform, they reach out. But you got aggressive. You got hungry, said, I'm reaching first.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And I respected that. That's why I'm like, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I got to sit and chop it up with this guy right here because he's serious about what he owns.
Man.
But okay, so I mean, you wear your own brand too, don't you?
Oh, of course. Of course. Socks, everything.
Socks. Oh, yeah. What all y'all got? I've seen shirts. I've seen the shorts. I haven't seen the socks.
I got shorts.
I saw the hats about a week ago.
Yeah, I got shorts, socks, hats. I'm coming with men's underwear. I got women's shorts, women's little tank top, like workout gear, women's shirts, kids shirts, kids. I ain't got no kids shorts right now. That's what I'm working towards. But like stuff like that.
Man, that's a beautiful thing.
Lanyards, cups, all that. Yeah.
You said the website is coming soon.
Oh, very soon. Everybody keep asking me, like, I got it. I sent it to Canada. I got my clothing brand in Canada, Washington, and Arizona, and they all want more, but I just can't keep sending pictures of what I got. They want to go to the website and just click it, and then
that demand get
exactly.
I feel that.
Exactly.
Have you been receiving the support you feel as though you deserve from your community?
Like Muskogee?
Yeah, from Muskogee.
Oh, yeah.
Been getting that love?
That's why I do so much events. Like next week, I got 2 events doing. I'm doing free back to school haircuts. Ambitious Hustle, he cut hair up here, and then my cousin Darius, he cut hair, and then OG in Muskogee, he been cutting my hair since I was knee high, like for real. So I'm going down there to his shop, Dominique's, and we're gonna do free hot dogs, free haircuts from kids. It's pre-K to 12th grade, music, free COVID tests. I'm gonna do some free clothes, and then the next day, that Saturday, I got the back to school badge at the River Country Water Park. It was like backpacks, school supplies, all kids get in free.
These
adults,
are giveaways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't expect no money. Like all the money I make out of it, I go to a charity or I just give back to the community. I don't never want nothing out of it.
So it's pure.
Yeah, it's always. Yeah.
Man, listen. How your parents feeling about it, man?
Oh, they proud. They proud as hey that I'm doing something positive instead of negative. That's what my daddy said, because he was like, motherfuckers used to talk about you crazy now. But now people come to me like, hey, can I get some of your son's clothes? And I'll be like, I knew my parents was proud when my daddy called and was like, I need a shirt made. I'm like, You? That's exactly where I looked at the phone. I'm like, you need a shirt? What you want on it? He was like, I want my nickname. I'm like, okay. Then my mama called next, and my grandma called, and I'm like, oh, yeah. This motherfucker popping. That's all I can do is just smile. I'm like, yeah. As long as I know that they got it, I know I'm doing something.
Man. Now, did you swing and miss at all in the beginning? Or because it sounds like it took off pretty quick.
Yeah, I swung and missed with, I ain't gonna lie, with TNA clothing and yeah.
Okay.
But that was just me putting my foot in the water.
I got you. No, but see, that's interesting because how'd you know it was a miss? Did you have a certain expectation going in?
Yeah,
or did you just want to see what it did?
Like the first one, I ain't gonna lie, TNA, I just wanted to see what it did because, like I said, I'm a funny dude, so a lot of people know me. Right. So I'm respected. So, like, if I put the clothing brand, people want to be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support you. So TNA, that's how it was. But then when I did Empire, I had 3 different logos and people didn't know what to choose from. So it really slowed down, and I didn't know what to do. So I was like, all right. Then, like I said, when we was watching Martin, it just clicked when she got that phone call. And I'm like, yeah. Then when he sent that logo and I seen it on clothes, I was like, oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have anybody else outside of your immediate camp that you could get game from, as far as I guess some mentorship, or just say, hey big dog, or hey big sis, what would you do in this situation, or were you just all totally on your own?
I ain't gonna say my own, but I used to work for my cousin, Hood Athlete, Central Grayson.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I used to work for him selling his clothes, making clothes at the shop at nighttime while he go home with the kids, do what he got to do. We would be there. So it was like, I knew how to do some things because I would sit there and watch him. I would see how he would talk to people. I would see the events we go to, stuff like that. And then I would start watching Nipsey Hussle, like how Nipsey Hussle just got the word Crenshaw at the beginning, and then now look where it's at. And he, I ain't saying like that because he's not here, but I'm saying like look at his brand now off of that one word Crenshaw. So I used to just go off of them two, and then I was
You straight studying.
Yeah, all the time.
Sound like you a visual learner, man.
Oh yeah.
You gotta see it.
I gotta see it. Got to.
If I can touch and feel, then I'm ready to go with this.
It's mine.
Now, when it comes to putting on these events, like let's say if you want to put on an event up here in Tulsa, right? Right here at Central High School in the back gym. You see what I'm saying? What's the first order of business? Who you gotta call? What you gotta do in order to line that up?
I would have to get in touch with you or get in touch with like the principal or the owner of the school. Ask them, tell them what I'm trying to do. Some people might tell me no, some people might tell me yes. So I go off the nose and yes. Like if you tell me no, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to a school close to you and then watch like how many cars come, how many people got to park here just to go down there, just when we could have had it here, but you didn't give me that opportunity.
Right.
So I always just try to play around that.
So it's all about them just giving you
the opportunity. Sure. Yeah, like you give me, like I called River Country Water Park because ain't nobody ever did nothing like that in Muskogee before, and it's like literally big. And I did an event June 5th called Wake the City Up, and it was me, Cultivated Wicks, Define Your Hustle, Chef Jeff, and 918 Roots. We was doing free rib dinners. Me and Define Your Hustle did a 3-on-3 basketball. I want to say 3-on-3 basketball tournament, $200. We was doing free clothes. I bought 2 big Jupiter jumps.
Oh, that's
music, all that. So it was like when I seen the community come out to that, I'm like, I can't do nothing little no more. Yeah. So I was like, kids go back to school the 24th. Why not do the water park before they close? Called them. She was like, yeah, we've been waiting for somebody to do something like this. Anyway, I'm on my way. I'll come talk to you in person. Went to talk to her in person, gave her the money, and went straight from there.
Ooh, it's going to be a win.
Oh, yeah. It's finna be a movie here. This one is. This one finna be a movie.
And that's gonna be on what day?
The 21st.
24. Oh yeah, about
6:30 to 8:30.
3 days right before the start of it.
Exactly.
It's coming. Man,
you get your free haircut Friday. Then you get to let your kids relax Saturday. Then Sunday you get them ready for the following week right there.
Oh, you cool. You kicking
me,
it.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to help, all right, you got your wife on your team. What's the difference in having a woman's assistant versus having, somebody else who think just like you that's a dude? Because, a lot of times we not as detail-oriented as the ladies are sometimes.
That's true, because first shorts I ever made, she was like, them motherfuckers is ugly. I'm thinking they hard. Yeah. Like, you hear me? I'm thinking they hard. Yeah. So when I tried to sell on it, I was like, bro, them motherfuckers ugly. Well, them were like girl shorts. I'm like,
damn, that's the second person.
You hear me? So I was like, so you don't want them? I'll sell them to you for $10. You don't want them? He was like, yeah, I just want to see if he was like, no, bro, them look like bitches. So I'm like, all right, baby, go give me some shorts then. I'm going to let you pick them. She went and picked them. That's when I came with the tie-dyes and all the different colors and stripes. Yeah. When she brought them, I'm like, how you do this? How you get this? She was like, if you would have just listened to me. And then like, now, that's who go get my shorts. Like, when I be like, baby, I got those shorts. She's like, okay, just give me the money. Yeah. I sit at home and tell people, hey, I got shorts on the way. I got clothes on the way. As soon as she come with the shorts through the door, I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would have never picked that up like this.
I ain't picking these no more.
Yeah.
You got it?
You got it.
But before that, would you say that you were kind of stubborn in terms of being able to, let go a little bit and give somebody else some duties?
Oh, no.
Nah, it ain't never been that.
I ain't going to say I'm lazy, but some days I'll be like, nah, bro, you can do this. You can take the internet. You can go sell the clothes. You can do what you want to.
Nah, I feel that.
Because it also gives them that mind frame, like, I can do this. Like, I ain't got to do what I'm doing. He giving me an opportunity. He sees something in me for to go sell his clothes, for me to go do this for him and then that. So I just give people the chances because I ain't never had no chance. So I just give it a chance, yeah.
And that's empowerment right there. I love that. But now on a personal note, outside of anything business related, your personal hobbies, man. Well, what can I find Travis doing when he's outside of business mode? He just trying to entertain himself.
My dogs.
Oh, you a dog guy?
Man, I'm outside with them all the time. 3. I got a red and 2 blues.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What their names? I bet them names dope.
Capone, Capri, and Cash.
There you go.
All K's, 3s. KKK.
Oh, Lord, can't endorse that. Man, how long you done had them big rascals?
Capone, a year and 2 months, year and 3 months. Capri, 8 months, and I just got Cash. What's today? Sunday. I got Cash Monday. Yeah.
Dang,
11 weeks. We'll finna be 12 Monday.
Man, look here. They got it. Hold on, you done?
Nah, I'm finna get a Kindle. I'm finna do a Kindle.
Oh, yeah?
Blue Fine Kindles.
Another house.
Yeah. I can't stop.
Can't stop. Like
you said, now you got bullies. You gotta think you got bullies now. Everybody ain't got money for bullies. Everybody like blues. They like fines, like with the white chest or white dog with the blueprints and all that. That's what I was raised. I know it's a lot of people like they come to my house. They be like, when you gonna breed him? Like as soon as you breed him, give me some puppies. Like I took Capone and Cash out. They look the same, but Capone is a tri-blue. He got like that Brindle color.
Yeah.
But it's the Brindle color, gray and white.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he got a whole white chest and a big head. And then Cash is just an all fine blue with a white chest and white socks. So when they see them two together, they be like, that's the only puppies you got? You ain't got no more puppies? Like, dude asked me today, I'm like, bro, this ain't even his son. This is just another dog I just bought.
They look like they go together.
Yeah, literally.
Man, okay, but back to the events, all right? Because things are always easy, in my opinion, to do or to visually come up with a concept when it's time to kick it.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever it's summertime. But now here come the fall.
You hit it on the point with that one. That's why I'm doing the summer one, because we don't have nothing like that in Muskogee where you can get music and go swim in a lazy river like an old Tupac video. You know how they used to party?
The 90s joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We ain't never had nothing like this, so why not? That's why I told the dude, like, bro, it's nothing old school. I just want to hear nothing but old school. Don't play no new school.
Yeah.
Hit that Tevin Campbell, Marvin Gaye, you hear me? Keith Sweat, all that.
I like where you at.
Man.
I like where you at. You got to send these kids back to school and stop.
You hear me? Literally.
Now, I don't mean to rush you, but you got the wheels turning on the next one of them events you're gonna throw in the months to come. Once it got cooler outside, yeah.
Like a cooler event?
Yeah.
Me and my cousin, we trying to do a tutoring program for the kids in Muskogee.
Legendary.
Like the ones that like parents can't come get them after school or they don't want to go home because they got to deal with certain things. Yeah. Come up here like Boys and Girls Club, but for our section, our urban area. You know what I mean? Just rent out a building every day and just free lunches, free sack lunches. Might have some TV set up on the wall to play games. Might be in the back, let them outside play football one day, basketball, soccer. So, basically bring them back out to what I grew up on. Be outside. You ain't got to be inside on tablets and phones all day. Mm-hmm. Man, so, yeah, that's what's coming in the future. That's what's in works right now.
Hey, have you has it been easy or difficult for you in terms of, I guess you could say, I ain't gonna say partnership, but cooperation with other entities in town? Because, a lot of times folks can get to be like, man, he doing something, he moving in on my territory. Man, I ain't trying to help on me, man. You ran into any of that?
Nah, a lot of people, if I ask them, I'll be like, bro, you want to do this event with me? They be like, you silence kills? I'll be like, yeah. They be like, bro, I like what you doing. Like, yeah. Like, when I was getting my hair cut by Ambitious, he was like, bro, I like what you're doing. I want to do something in your town with you free. I'm like, you a barber. So, my cousin a barber, but, he just started. Yeah. So, I'm like, okay. And he already got clients, and OG been cutting my hair since I was young. So, I was like, we can do a back to school free haircut. He was like, that's exactly something I was thinking about. I'm like, bet, I'll do the hot dogs free, give free t-shirts, stuff like that. Man. So it's like basically when I ask, I know my brand stands for to some people. Like they'll be like, yeah, bro, I like that.
That's key right there. Yeah, definitely keep talking that talk, let them know what it's all about. Because literally that title, Silence really could kill.
Exactly.
Open up, speak up, man.
Exactly. Then I got it in MMA too. I got 5 MMA fighters. I sponsor 5 MMA fighters. I sponsor Oklahoma Kings basketball and Muskogee High School basketball. Yeah. Yeah, I get a banner and a plaque sometime in late August or early September. Mm-hmm.
Now, how do the sponsorship things go? I would imagine there's some money exchanged at some point. From who to who? How'd that go down?
I'll pay.
Okay, you'll pay for your banner to be up.
No, I paid like my MMA fighters. I'll pay them just to, wear my brand out when they walk out on the stage. Do my little thing when they get done. And like every week they post on their social media, and I gotta share it. And if I post them, they gotta share it. So stuff like that.
I feel that. So that's the documentation that I'm seeing on your story.
Yeah.
I feel you.
That's why I always get documentation. I always get everything wrote down.
That's good business.
Yeah, and I want to hang it up on my wall too.
Yeah, man, you gotta do that.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta give yourself that pat on the back.
It's like when Oklahoma Kings made me some custom-made jerseys. I was like, yeah, I would never wear these. I'm putting these in the plaque. I'm going to put my autograph on there and put them on the wall. She was like, you think you're going to be big? I'm like, I know I'm finna be big.
Yeah.
Like, I see it. I'm talking into existence. I know where I'm finna be.
Yeah, it's like, you're going to look back on this, going to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, literally.
I like the way you thinking.
Man.
But now, here's how we're going to wrap it up, man. I'm going to leave this up to you to tell me and everybody else that's listening and watching what else that you got coming or anything else that we haven't covered that you would like to put out there, man. I want to open up the floor to you to talk your talk. If you got anything left on your brain, on your heart, to share to the people, man.
I got an interview in Dallas, September. We ain't got a date yet with King Spencer. And then I go to Long Beach, California, October the 22nd. Well, my podcast is the 22nd, but I'm leaving the 21st. And then after that, I got a show to go. I got another podcast in Canada to go do. And I got a bunch of teams that want me to sponsor. It's like a bunch of things that's happening, but I can't just move that fast right there. Because it's all coming at once. Yeah. And it's like when it all piles up money-wise at once, it's like, oh. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, only one man.
Yeah, I was doing one by one. But, yeah.
Keeping his feet on the ground, keeping it humble.
Of course.
And all that, man. Well, listen, bro. This has been a dope conversation, man.
Appreciate it.
It's our first official meeting.
Literally.
I didn't know what to expect. I just knew we was going to chop it up.
No, me.
And you put a lot of fat on my brain. And, if there's anything that you can think of that I can do to help you, damn sure reach out. But
Appreciate
if nothing else, I'm a fan, man.
Oh, man, I want to say congrats on your championship, too. yeah, I see that.
Yeah, man. Old man's league. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to keep the fat off of. My man.
Yeah.